Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube tarot channel. I know my voice is quite muted right now. I am traveling. I am filming quite late in a different location. This is going to be a reading for fire signs. This is a new reading that I came up with. It is using the Talking to Heaven mediumship cards. Are going to be the first three cards that we pull from this reading. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, I apologize for my muted voice. I'm trying to keep my voice down for other people. I'm going to use, again, as I said, the Talking to Heaven mediumship deck first. If you like this reading, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am also available for personal readings. All of my contact information is down below. So these are cards that I've been seeing for both signs. We are so connected, and I am so much better now. Universal source of all that is, love, archangels and angels, ancestors, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. What are the messages for fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What are the messages for fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What are the messages for fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Please give me clear and accurate messages for our fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What are the messages? This has come up for a few signs. I did water signs earlier, and this card came out. This card also came out for, I believe it was air signs. I will always point you in the right direction. This is why I have started doing these elemental readings with the spread specifically, is because I feel that there are other souls either here with us on the earth plane or departed souls who are trying to point people in the right direction at this time. It is a very transformative time for a lot of us right now. And you are trying to make decisions about which direction you're going to go into, where you might be moving, and that might be physically or sort of on a mental, emotional, or spiritual level. And this is saying that there is someone around you giving you guidance, saying, I will always point you in the right direction. Okay, so let's get a few more cards for our fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This came up for the water signs as well. I have been feeling a lot of crossover with the earth and air signs who were recorded earlier this week, and now the fire and water signs being recorded now. I am so much better now. You have someone around you, again, maybe a departed loved one, who is telling you that post their transition, however that may have occurred, it may have been sudden and unexpected. It may have been, you know, something that you and your family and friends were preparing for because you knew someone was ill and that they were going to be transitioning. Regardless, they are telling you that they are better now. They're in a better place. They have a new understanding of sort of life and how souls work and energies work, and they're showering you literally with this rainbow and blessings. They are helping you, and again, you have someone around you pointing you in the right direction. Okay, so let's get one more card from the Talking to Heaven mediumship deck. I have become one of your guides, which has come out in pretty much every single card reading for this particular spread, and it's poignant because that's the reason I'm doing this spread, is because I'm specifically picking up on that energy for people, is that they have a particular spirit guide that is trying to come in for them. And we have remember me by the happy memories that we created. So again, this could be someone who is departed, could be a parent, grandparent, some other kind of loved one, or it could be someone, it could even be someone who, is still with us, but you are no longer within physical proximity. Perhaps you're not communicating with them at the moment, but it's just saying, remember me by the happy moments we created. Perhaps you are moving, or you may be moving into a new chapter of your life where you or someone else feels like you may be losing someone or something. And this is just telling you that remember the happy memories, that's where the love and the lessons are that you were supposed to learn. And I'm seeing here at the bottom of the deck, before we get into the next set of cards, there is no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. So I feel like that may resonate for a few of you. There's something here about, a matter of time. Perhaps you feel like you're delayed on your path, or perhaps you feel like, you've been moving a little bit too fast. Whatever the case, I would recommend sort of taking a step back, remembering that in the 5D space, there is no time, as this card suggests, and also really tuning in and registering with the fact that you have a new guide here who's pointing you in the right direction, who is telling you that they are better, and who's encouraging you, despite what may be going on right now, to remember them by the happy memories that y'all created together, okay? So the next set of cards are going to be from the Life Purpose Oracle. I'm again going to pull 3 cards from this oracle deck for the fire signs. We have the Strength card coming up at the bottom, which of course represents the sign of Leo. I'm seeing teaching, so some of you may be teachers. What are the messages for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? What are the messages for fire signs? I'm seeing justice, which represents the sign of Libra, which of course is the season that we're in right now. This card just flew out as I was shuffling. You are on the right path. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, it says keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So whether that's something new that you've implemented, I'm seeing family, which also came up earlier for the water signs in their reading. So yeah, if you're dealing with especially some kind of legal situation or something, a situation that you feel may be unjust, I do feel that that would be corrected soon. You have options coming in here. As I cut the deck, I'm going to read it. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. For a lot of signs, I've been feeling very transitory energy, transformation energy. So of course that could represent, sort of changing jobs or the field that you're in, the direction that you want to go into. You have heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become reality. And a lot of the guidance that we've gotten recently, whether it's the monthly readings or the individual sign readings that I posted last week, talk specifically about this, your heart's desires, what it is that you want to do, reckoning with that, making, visualizing that, writing about that, talking about that out loud with your support group, your chosen family here on the earth plane, your soul family on the 5D level, and putting those things into action. So your heart's desires. Sorry, that card flew down. We have children coming out. And again, for the water signs, I saw family earlier. So it says your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So some of you may be teachers, or you may work with children in some kind of regard, as well as maybe talking about encouraging you to work with children, or perhaps there's a new child in your life who's going to be pretty poignant for you and help. Not only will you help to teach this child a lot of things, that child will help to teach you a lot of things as well. I'm going to get one more card. This card also came out for the water signs. We have animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. So again, you may work explicitly with animals. Perhaps you're some kind of veterinarian or animal trainer. Perhaps you just help to raise or foster animals as well. This could be talking about your pets or just your connection to animals or something you've been thinking about in regards to animals. I know when I was talking earlier, I saw writing and animals, so I mentioned, you know, perhaps you're writing about animals or something, some kind of thing. I'm also picking up heavily on sort of environmental vibes. So you may be some kind of environmentalist. That card also exists in this deck. But again, of course, you would sort of have an affinity and a connection with animals if that were to be the case. And I'm seeing trust here at the bottom of the deck, trust with that globe there. As to me anyway, signifies intuition. It says trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So I did mention to the water signs earlier, I was picking up very strongly that there may have been someone entering their dreams and giving them direction specifically about what direction they would be going into. Okay, so the final 3 cards are going to be from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Just going to pull 3 cards for the fire sign collective. I'm seeing shadow, so some of you may be doing shadow work. What are the messages for the fire sign collective spirit? What are the messages? I'm seeing rejoice and celebration. So you may have recently celebrated something, or you may be celebrating something now. We literally had 4 cards fall out of the deck, and to be quite frank with you, I think those are the cards, so I'm just going to leave it at that. We have rejoice and celebration at the bottom of the deck again. Okay, let's see. I don't even know what these cards are. I'm just picking them up, and we're going to look, and they're going to be part of the reading because they fell out, and so therefore they're for you. Okay, I'm going to read them in order. This is perfect. We have the number 8, power. Okay, I think, you know, I'm going to have to look what this card represents. However, when I see it, when I see this half man, half lion, this represents to me very fiery, powerful energy. You see here we have the number 8, which represents manifestation, talking about you can create whatever it is that you want to create. Again, let me just give me a second to look at the book really quickly to see which card this is, because I just want to quote it correctly. It is the Strength card. So we had the Strength come out, like I showed you earlier, and we had the Strength come out earlier today or yesterday, whatever the case may be, in the water sign reading. And we have power coming out now, the Strength card explicitly, right? And let me just read a little bit from it to give you guys a little context. So it says, as a spiritual being, you have unlimited power at your command. This card represents inner strength, willpower, courage, compassion, generosity, and love. At any moment, these individual qualities can assist you in coping with an adverse condition in front of you or the many surrounding your life. Set aside the necessary time to resolve, while I turn the page, such issues. Power represents more than physical external strength. It can also be channeled emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When you have balance over body, mind, and soul, and with the power of spirit, anything can be overcome to achieve a positive result. I love it. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at we have 5 cards here, so okay, I will talk about them. So we have power. I want y'all to remember that. We have obstacles and challenges coming up. Number 5, this talks about change. And whenever I think about change, I also think about going with the flow. You'll see there, this man has just a little way to hop to whatever is next. It's surrounding him here, so this is divinely orchestrated, if you will, but so are all things. And so he just has a minor leap to take before he can get to that step. For you fire signs, I actually am picking up that this is relatively past energy. Granted, we all work through energies at a different pace. However, I am picking up that this is in the past, either that you have crossed this threshold and that you're starting on the new part of the journey, or you're like in the middle of the leap here right now. Some of you may be just here, sitting here contemplating it. Whatever this leap of faith may be, this newness, just realize here that it's actually a relatively tiny leap that you need to make in order to move forward, okay? We have the number 3, fertility, coming up. This has come up in some of the every other day card readings. This card talks about creation. Of course, it could talk about also literal pregnancy. I did see from a friend today that they had, they had a baby born into their family. So this could be talking about someone who's pregnant, whether that's you or someone around you, family member or a friend. Or just that you're creating something new. It could be a confluence of the above, right? But this is definitely talking about fertility, the full circle. You see the heart chakra lit open here, something that you're very passionate about, that you're going to be starting or birthing into the world, okay? We have the universe, which is the world card. This is the changing of cycles. I sort of predicted earlier this year that this month, the past 2 months, right? September and October would be quite poignant in terms of change, different things happening in people's lives, sort of coming into different realizations, deciding to do something different. And even colloquially, I have heard that from people, whether they, sort of explicitly recognize it or not. So yeah, we have the number 21 here, breaking down to a 3, which also equates to that fertility card. So I really feel like, for perhaps a lot of you, which also came up in the water sign reading, you're moving into more of an artistic endeavor or field, okay? The last card that we have coming up is Destiny. I love this card coming up. It's come up before in readings as well. Specifically for you fire signs, what I'm picking up off of this card is for those of you for whom this message resonates, is that you should probably look into your birth chart and see in terms of what the messages are here, which I'll, sort of summarize them in a second, how that sort of plays into your destiny. You see here, the woman, she's sort of, it's almost like she's looking into her crystal ball, but except that she's sort of bringing a light into her and expanding it out, and you see that there's other figures and forms of her. There's actually 7 versions, so there's 3 on either side, 6, right, which represents that harmony number, that love number, which came up earlier in the water sign reading, but it's coming up now, the number 10, spirituality, right? So it's almost as if everything that is going on here right now, right, is, I don't like to really use the words predestined or predetermined, but that's almost as if it's going on right now. Now, maybe that's just, for whomever, to meet whomever at set events or that kind of thing, but it very much so feels like that. Fire signs, it feels like, in fact, this other person may be another fire sign too, whether that's someone who is here with us or someone who is no longer here with us. Again, you have the number 8, manifestation. With the 5 and the 3, I just want to point this out. This also equates to the number 8. Once you make that transition and come into this energy of fertility and of birth and growth, what do you get? The number 8, power. Very, very powerful. And again, you have the world, which represents new cycles coming in, a new sort of state of being, if you will, right? So again, fire signs, you have someone around you pointing you in the right direction, telling you that they are better now and to remember them by the happy memories. Particularly, I'm picking that up if that is someone who, you no longer have the opportunity to sort of see and feel and touch and talk to in the flesh in 3D. However, as the cards have already told us, a soul can be in more than one place at once, and so these loved ones can be anywhere whenever we call upon them. They only remember the happy memories, so that's all that they want us to remember, because they do not resonate with lower vibrational energies that bring us sadness, guilt, shame, anger, anxiety, any of the above. They don't resonate with it. They understand that is a human condition and that you can use it to sort of overcome, but that in and of itself does not define them. That is not who they are, right? And so I think that in and of itself is a very powerful message. So fire signs, that is going to be your reading for the spread. If you liked it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next reading, fire signs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.